Welcome to the second half of a video that you didn't think was a two-parter in the first place. That's right, the top 10 rarest LoL skins are finally here. 2010 was a great year for Canada. The syrup harvest was bountiful and the snow only knocked out the country's electricity once. But something else happened in Canada that year, a monumental event that captured the attention and imagination of nations the world over. No, I'm not talking about the Olympics, I'm talking about the commemorative Winter Games skins. Vancouver Amumu, Team Spirit Anivia, Ice Toboggan Corky, The Mighty Jacks, Festival Cassidan, Whistler Village Twitch, and my personal favorite, Curling Vagar, get this list off to a chilly start at number 10. Riot jumped on the April Fool's bandwagon pretty early on in the development cycle, considering that when Earth the Manatee was announced back in April of 2009, the game was still in beta. The joke continued for a whole year, and on April 1st of 2010, Riot stated that they had finally worked out the kinks and were ready to release the minigun-wielding Manatee. Unfortunately for Earth, Warwick was ready with the gank. Warwick donned Earth's likeness in a skin that was purchasable for a whopping 5,000 RP, which was subsequently discounted by 99%. If you were one of the lucky few who bought into this gag, then you quickly found out that the rarity of this skin was no laughing matter. While just about every player in the league claims to have been gold at some point or another, only a very small minority have ever actually achieved the honor of the shiny yellow banner. And depending upon which season you went pro,
Quadra kill.
You were rewarded with either Victorious Jarvan or Victorious Jaina. These two skins are a surefire way to reassure your teammates of your elite skills and potentially grab a compliment or two in the process.
An enemy has been slain.
The seasonal festivities have come and gone countless times in the league, but if you're familiar with Pokemon cards, then you know that the first edition is always the most valuable, and the same can be said for the Snowdown skins. Snow Bunny Nidalee, Happy Elf Teemo, Workshop Nunu, Old Saint Zillion, and Earnest Elf Tristana make up the roster of the first ever Snowdown Showdown in 2009. These skins are as festive as they are rare, and just so we're clear, that's really, really rare.
Shut down.
When summoners think of packs, they think of Jax, and for good reason. This skin first debuted to attendees of PAX back in 2010. In fact, the entire skin is a reference to the cardboard tube samurai from the Penny Arcade comic. Complete with big straw hat and the likeness of a certain 80s gaming icon on his cloak, PAX Jax is easily the most iconic pack skin. Unfortunately though, he's not the rarest, but that doesn't mean he can't kick ass. Stay tuned for when we count down the top 5 rarest skins in the league during the third installment in our 4-part series. Only joking. The friend referral system is a long-standing tradition in League of Legends, and while it's certainly not a competition, it is fair to say that two players won back in 2009. Summoners G-Rez and G-Ray referred 350 friends before anyone else, and were rewarded with the task of designing a skin for the champion of their choice. Lo and behold, Medieval Twitch was born. It's estimated that only a few thousand people actually have this skin, but if you recruit 50 friends, then you could be one of them. Triumphant Rise is deceivingly rare since it's only available to those who, quote, win official competition matches, so you might assume that the only people who own this skin are the members of the LCS bracket. But upon further investigation, you'd find that anyone who is crowned victorious at an officially sanctioned event has this skin. An officially sanctioned event could literally be you and 9 of your friends, as long as you get the proper approvals from Riot. So yes, it's still very hard to get, just not impossible.
Shut down.
If you tested League of Legends back in beta, then you definitely deserve something for your trouble, considering that League wasn't nearly the hyper-polished game it is now back in 2009. But alas, here's your trophy. King Rammus is easily one of the simplest reskins I've ever seen, and yet no other skin says I was playing before you quite like this one does. And need I point out the obvious reference to Bowser? I wish Riot could still get away with some of these blatant nods to other video game franchises, like Chief Master Graves and Arthas Karthus. But anyway, moving on. Black Alistair and Human Rise, much like Silver Kale and Gothani, were acquired from purchasing the deluxe edition of the game. The only difference being that Black Alistair and Human Rise were rewards for pre-ordering it.
An enemy has been slain.
With over 3,000 games played, I've seen one of these skins a total of once. Maybe it's because they're hideously ugly, but I think it's probably because no one had the foresight to pre-order the deluxe edition of a free-to-play game back in 2009.
Legendary.
Here it is, the moment of truth. The most valuable, rare, and otherwise advantageous skin is none other than PAX TF. When the limited number of TF codes were given away at PAX 2009, League of Legends had just barely released and was by no means even remotely popular. Less than 1% of the current League community was even playing back in 2009, and a minuscule percentage of those players went to PAX.
Pentakill.
So it's no wonder then that PAX TF has sold on eBay in excess of $800. And let's not forget about the fact that PAX TF is just like regular TF, but blue. Riot has even gone as far to confirm that all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue, like him, inside and out. If nothing else, the fact that someone is willing to pay $800 for a blue TF skin just goes to show how massively popular that once little game called League of Legends has become.
Triple kill.
Thanks for watching. This has been James Duggan with Curse. If you'd like to see similar content, please be sure to subscribe and enjoy the game.